Hello, this is Builder Elephant, and welcome back to another review of the Dungeons & Dragons CMF series. Today, we will be taking a closer look at minifigure number 8, Strahd von Zarovich. Count Strahd von Zarovich first appeared in the 1983 adventure module I-6, Ravenloft. Writers Tracy and Laura Hickman wanted to make a frightening vampire that broke away from the overused stereotypes of the time. They dove deep into vampire lore and went on to create one of the greatest villains in D&D mythology. This ancient vampire is a skilled warrior, master necromancer, and undisputed ruler of Barovia. The legs have a lot of great detail, but it's the red hip piece that impressed me the most. To make the red hip piece a sash, black lines give the illusion of loose fabric bunching together. We can see 3 gold chains hanging on the right and part of his armor exposed on both sides. It's amazing how much detail is put on such a tiny section of plastic. The bottom of his tunic is printed on the upper section of the leg piece. We can also see more of that silver armor that is protecting his legs. Under all these clothing items are his dark orange pants. Dark brown on the bottom creates his boots. I'm a bit disappointed that the sides of the legs only have his pants and boots. We don't see any of that fantastic armor. The red torso is covered in lots of intricate details that make me believe LEGO used the Shadow of the Vampire comic for their inspiration. The sand blue fur on his right side goes over his shoulder, covers the top part of his arm, and then continues onto the back. I appreciate that LEGO printed his dark blue cape onto the back of the torso, even though he will be wearing a cloth cape that covers the back. This not only gives us more detail on a CMF character, but also makes sure the minifigure still looks good if people lose or damage the cape. This printed cape is being held on by a round cape clasp. 2 ornate gold clasps are cinching his red tunic with dark blue patterns together. I love the gold chains being suspended from his shoulder armor. This is the outfit of a warrior and royalty. The reddish brown was used for the long sleeves of his shirt. The light bluish gray hands are for his bare skin. Both arms have his dark orange vambraces covering the forearm, but only his left shoulder has the silver pauldron exposed, since the right shoulder is covered by that fur printing. The traditional starch fabric cape, measuring 3.9 centimeters high, has been around since 2015 and was available in dark blue by 2016. The light bluish-gray headpiece has 2 drastically different expressions, but both manage to capture his evil nature. The lopsided grin with a left eyebrow slightly raised shows a powerful being amused by the actions of the lower life forms below him. The dark bluish-gray lines do a great job forming the contours of his face. The other face printing shows us the vicious monster who feeds on the blood of individuals containing a soul. His upper fangs are fully exposed as he gets ready to take a bite out of his next victim. The red eyes manage to look more menacing as the eyebrows arch up, lines forming underneath and shadows appearing on the sides. More of those dark bluish-gray lines appear to reveal the monster hiding behind the human face. The long black hair, parted in the center, has been around since 2018. This hairstyle is a favorite amongst old wizards and mythical beings. Strahd was given 3 accessories. The black rat with red eyes is an original piece. The mouse mold has been around since 2018. However, this is the first time the rat has come in black and the first time it's been given red eyes. The sword and goblet are not original, but give us some great pieces. The translucent clear goblet has been around since 1986 and appears in hundreds of sets. It might be extremely common, but fits the image of a vampire sipping blood from his fancy glass. The flat silver great sword with an upturned crossguard has been around since 2020. Looking at the detail in this sword, you can see why it's a favorite for fantasy-themed characters. The round pommel at the bottom helps counterbalance the long blade of this sharp sword. The grip on the hilt will help any warrior hold on to this weapon no matter how sweaty or bloody their palms get. The crossguard is aesthetically pleasing and functional in protecting our swordsman's hands. In case you can't tell, I love this piece. For the D&D series, we got a dark bluish gray cobblestone pattern printed on both ends of the plate. Let's just get it out of the way. I am always a fan of vampires. They've always ranked among my favorite monsters from mythology, and it also gives me an opportunity to shamelessly plug the book I had published by Tarcher Penguin Random House. Yes, I will put that Amazon link to my book in the description. You don't have to beg. With that said, LEGO did an amazing job designing one of the most popular villains from the D&D mythology. I'm glad they went with the later warrior outfit rather than earlier designs that I think were a little too similar to the cinematic Dracula. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe or check out some of our other videos. Until next time, let's keep building together.